So acha niulize swali lingine. Is there a chance that Arsenal might not win any trophy?
Anzisha
Let me
wewe.
say. Okay, so to be honest, I think Arsenal will win a trophy. Yeah, Arsenal will win a trophy. In fact, I think Arsenal might actually win the
Trophies.
Quadruple.
not quadruple, maybe at least
not
two.
double,
At
not
least two.
double, there are two.
I think 2 trophies. Like that is on probability. On probability, looking at all factors, like Arsenal is the most probable team to win a trophy this season, right? The question is whether they will actually have the mentality to go ahead and win it. So, and I think that is what everyone is waiting to see. Will they bottle or will they actually go and win? But in a more probabilistic way, just looking at numbers and just comparing how their counterpart perform, like Man City and the rest, you would actually not imagine that Arsenal would not win a trophy this season, and that's why I think Arteta would lose his job if he doesn't win a trophy this season, right?
Probably.
Yeah, because like this is the season.
He was given the squad. He was given.
Like this is the very season. If Arsenal don't win a trophy, like we would rather just pack our bags and you know.
You start.
Acha niache wazi.
So, interesting question. I think, will Arsenal win it? Honestly, I'm worried. We might end up with nothing. Why am I worried? The last few games, basically, I think the whole of 2026, we've barely played any game convincingly. Yes, we've won, but we've not played any game convincingly. Maybe the Spurs game. I feel the fact that is now that makes me get conflicted in 2 ways. One, the teams that win trophies are the ones that win the games that they need to win even when they're not playing well. But at the same time, the fact that you're not playing well also reduces your chances of winning things. Because ukipatikana hiyo siku, you cannot bail yourself out. So how much can you ride your luck? How much can you take your luck to the end? I think that's the biggest question. And for Arsenal, I hope we do win things. I think we will? I think we will win a trophy. How many? I think we do a treble. Might not win them all, but I think we can do a treble. The Champions League, the league, and and maybe Carabao. I think we might lose out on the FA Cup. I think it's the Carabao. I think the Carabao will allow us to do the rest.
The Carabao Premier League and UCL, right?
No, Carabao League and UCL, yes, Carabao, yes, and the Champions League.
Yeah, I think it's important Arsenal win a trophy this season. For me, I think Arsenal will they'll have to sweat it out. Like it's not going to be easy. First of all, I don't see them winning the UCL. I think that's a bit of a stretch for this season. They have a very good chance of winning the title. That's their best shot at the moment.
I would argue they have a better chance winning the UCL
Than the title?
Yeah. No, like okay, let me say. Let me say. Okay. You see, I think that the league is more like like when I look at all the teams they're playing on their brackets, they can beat them. Yeah. But when you look at the teams that they're playing on the league, they're more likely to underestimate those teams. And those teams, like me, what I've come to realize with this Arsenal side, it's the small teams that can frustrate, that can draw, that can pull a draw or something just to derail them. But when they get a big team, most likely they will try not to lose. So the problem with Arsenal in the UCL is who will they play in the final? Yeah. And if they meet Bayern, that is a bit harder for them. Like maybe if they meet a Bayern or a PSG, it's more like Bayern, Real Madrid, and PSG are all reconciling who is the best against them to come and play. Yeah, I think that's the problem. But what we usually say on the UCL is, as long as you're in the final, you can win. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, like that's what I've come to realize within big European nights. But now in the Premier League, I feel like we can just go next weekend and Arsenal gets a draw, and all of a sudden everyone is saying Arsenal are not gonna win. You see, that's the difference. Yeah. Carabao, it's a bit tougher because now that's like a Pep versus Arteta, and Arteta, when he meets Pep, it's like now he gets very, very risk averse. He doesn't want to risk. He doesn't. So that gives Pep also some chance of winning instead of Arteta boldly going to attack Pep. Now this will be an issue of like set pieces, which reduces their chances. So I would actually argue that if Arsenal are to win, it might be the Champions League is the most favorable because of where they are placed. And that just because they'll get to the final and defend and try to counter the team. But in these other teams, in these other parts where Arsenal are like the dominant force and they're expected to, break other teams, that's where they capitulate. But in the Champions League final, they might just try and defend and try to, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, the reason I'm saying the Premier League is because their main competitor is also not very strong. I think City will drop more points, which gives Arsenal the advantage. And that's why I'm saying it's easy for them to win the title. Let's come to this. Let's come to UCL. There's no way Arsenal is beating Atletico Madrid.
We have already beaten Atletico Madrid.
No problem. In the knockout stage, there's no way you're beating Atletico Madrid. There's no way you're beating Bodo. So let's for UCL, honestly speaking, I think last season Arsenal had a better chance to get to the finals. This season I'm not saying. The last season
okay.
I mean they were a better team against PSG in the first leg. Only for them to come
both
in.
legs actually.
Exactly. Anyway, for UCL it's a bit of a stretch. Let's agree, because even if they reach to the finals, they're not beating Real Madrid, they're not beating Bayern, they're not beating PSG. So Carabao and FA. I think Carabao, you'll sort it out against City. The FA, we might also face City at some point. I'm seeing that happening. I'm seeing a City Arsenal again. So the title is the trophy for Arsenal to focus and win it, because City will drop points. The more City drops points, the more chances are for you to win it, and it's easy peasy.
Okay.